guys, welcome to my kitchen. Another big exciting day in my kitchen. Today we're gonna make a recipe, guys. It's fun and it's easy and it's fast. I've had this in different areas of Italy, primarily southern Italy, so like Puglia, Calabria, Sicily. So what we're gonna make basically is spaghetti with roasted vegetables. All right, so let me go over ingredients. Let's have some fun. You're gonna need a pot. How many pots? One pot, okay? So we're gonna use a pot, like a Dutch oven. Cast iron's always the way to go. We're gonna need some pasta. I'm gonna say 1 pound of pasta. In this case, we're gonna want spaghetti. Every dish in Italian, when it involves pasta, the dish determines the type of pasta or the shape of pasta or vice versa. When possible, guys, you wanna get pasta from Italy, durum flour. I don't want anything else added. I don't want anything enriched. I want nothing other than durum flour. And a great pasta, typically the ones from Italy, dried pasta, they're going to be pushed through a bronze die. So what it does is it gives you a roughened surface in order for what any sauces or flavors we're adding to stick to the pasta. Next, you guys are going to need some stock. You can really use essentially whatever you want. I'm going to use some vegetable stock. So I've got 1.5 cups of vegetable stock. I'm going with 2 tablespoons of butter. Now I want to get into some vegetables. You can literally use whatever vegetables you want. And it's fun because in Italy, depending on where you go and what season it is, you're going to get this dish made differently depending on what vegetables are available. So we're going to do a zucchini. So 1 good size, I'd say medium-sized zucchini. We've got some carrots here. We're probably going to use 3 to 4, maybe 5 carrots here. These have been cleaned and scrubbed and rinsed, ready to go. We're going to need some rosemary and we're going to need some thyme. We're not going to need a whole bunch. I put this up there just because it looks so beautiful, but it's earthy and it's got that herb. Oh, it's so delicious. You know, thyme goes so well with vegetables and especially fish. Next, you're going to need some rosemary. Again, we're probably going to use a sprig. We won't use all this. Oh, rosemary is so delicious. It is one of my favorite smells. Think about like a focaccia bread with a good crust on there, some salt and pepper and rosemary. Rosemary's got some additional benefits too. It's actually really good. I believe it's rosemary for your memory. You know what? I don't remember if it was rosemary or oregano. It must be oregano because I can't remember. All right, it's not funny. It's not funny. They're not all going to be winners, guys. You know what I mean? All right, so now we got garlic. So I've got 2 cloves of garlic. Oh, so good. And you feel that, you know, really from the earth. And you've got a lot of colors here, and it's vibrant, and it's delicious. We're going to need 1 onion. So I'm going to tell you to get 1 whole onion. We're going to want to finish it off with some Parmesan cheese. I got some Parmesan Reggiano. I mean, the king of cheeses. It's creamy, and it's got that tang, and the Reggiano's got that little crunch, that little crisp. So good. We're going to want some salt. We're going to use pink Himalayan almost always. Pink Himalayan's briny, it's earthy, and guys, it's pink, so it's sexy, you know, and it's fun. Sexy's fun, right? We're going to want some fresh ground pepper. So whenever possible, big fan fresh ground. Once you grind pepper, it releases those oils. It dries out. You lose a lot of that delicious flavor. We're certainly going to need some olive oil in this, and I want Italian olive oil, I want extra virgin olive oil, I want something really high quality, something with a little bit of a robust punch to it where I can taste the olive, earthy, grassy, peppery. Where could I go? I know. Hey, anybody new to our channel? I have a farm in Italy. We co-op with a whole group of farms to bring you some of the best olive oil you're ever going to have. Vito and Joe's. I named the company after my 2 boys. And I know you're thinking, geez, great for the recipe, but geez, Joe, how can I get a bottle? I'm glad you asked. Just click the link above or below, and it'll either bring you to our Facebook page, Cooking Italian with Joe, or our webpage, cookingitalianwithjoe.com. And you click by it now, we'll literally drop ship your bottle right to your front doorstep. I like to call a trip to Italy right in a bottle. Okay, guys, let's get started. First thing I want to do is prep and roast those vegetables. Guys, in prepping our vegetables, anytime I've had this, it's definitely more of a peasant, kind of a rustic food, a rustic feel. So we're not looking to make the vegetables pretty. We're actually looking to make the vegetables look almost hearty, okay? So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, let's start with our carrots. I'm just going to take the top off our leaves. I'm going to take just a little clip on the bottom. And with the carrots, just at the very least, cut them in half down the middle on the small ones. And I'm just going to use the small ones. So I'm going to get rid of these. And then on these 4 or 5 that I'm using, I'm just going to take that carrot, hit it down the middle. Anything a little bigger, just do a nice diagonal cut. Okay, guys, carrots are done. Look at how gorgeous that is. Isn't that just beautiful? So much flavor. Zucchini, same thing. Start with the top, bottom. What I'm going to do with the zucchini is very similar. I'm going to cut it in half, right? And then I'm going to cut this one in half. And then I'm going to cut this maybe in threes. I'm trying to go for similar sizes carrot here because that cut's going to allow everything to cook evenly. Guys, zucchini and carrots are done. I'm going to push this off to the side. Onion, same thing. We're going to go rustic on it. So I'm going to cut that onion in half. I'm going to cut the heel of the onion, head of the onion, give that onion a peel. And the onion, same thing. I'm going to cut it in thirds, nice and big. I can mix that with my vegetables here. Okay, guys, my onions, my carrots, zucchini ready to go. Push this off to the side. Next, I want to get this garlic going, so I'm just going to give it a hit. Just cut that bad section off, bottom. This one's got a little spot on there that's not so great. I'm going to cut that off. Now, the garlic we're going to cut a little bit larger, but I don't want to mix that in with my vegetables because the garlic is going to cook quicker, faster, and garlic will always get a little, sometimes bitter if it gets a little pan fried. So we want to keep the garlic off to the side. Don't mix it with those vegetables. Guys, I've got my cast iron pot, medium heat, so it's going to start to get nice and hot. That's what I want, okay? And now I'm going to start to add my ingredients. First, I want to get some olive oil in there. Obviously, Vito and Joe's. So let's go 3 to 4 tablespoons. And then real simple, guys, I'm just putting my vegetables in. Give it a stir because I want to coat everything with some oil. The oil will get hotter than the moisture, and that allows it to grill, if you will, or roast. And that's what we're looking for here. We're looking for a light roast. We want some caramelization of those sugars within the vegetables, and that's going to add just a delicious flavor. Next, I'm going to add my pink Himalayan because it's sexy, but a half of a teaspoon of salt, a good full teaspoon of fresh ground pepper, and now I'm going to give it another stir. Guys, it's been just about 3 to 4 minutes. You'll notice I do not have the top on. I don't want to make these soggy. I'm not necessarily looking to cook them all the way through, but you're going to see how some of these are starting to brown. You see how the onion just falling apart? Beautiful. I'm going to go a couple more minutes on one side. Now that things are starting to get soft, I'm going to add my butter, and that's going to help everything brown a little bit faster. I'm going to add my garlic. I'll tell you, the aroma of garlic and olive oil and onion, I mean, who doesn't love that? If somebody walks in your house and says, hey, listen, I don't like the smell of garlic, you know what I do? I take them by the hand, I show them the front door, and now I'm going to take one of the sprigs of rosemary and just open it right up across the top. The aroma of this, I mean, it just says spring, it says summer, it says vegetables. Look at the thyme, isn't that gorgeous? Same thing on the thyme, just give it a 3 or 4 small ones. Now give this a stir. Guys, the aroma is absolutely fantastic. All right, so I'm cooked down, but not soft. Still have a lot of consistency. Couple tips. Shut the heat right off. Next, I want to get my stock ready, and I want to get my pasta ready, and I want to make sure I got a top for my oven here, my Dutch oven. Now, if you don't have one, you're going to use aluminum foil. You definitely got to get something that's going to cover the top of that relatively snug. It doesn't have to be sealed, but certainly snug, because we're going to pop this into the oven. Next thing you need to do is get the oven up to 400 degrees. Get it hot, ready to go. A couple other tips that make this dish come out molto delicioso. Subscribe to the channel. There's a red button right there. When you click it, any recipes, you know, any new trips I got coming up to Italy comes right to your notification box. And I tell everybody every week, it really means a lot to me when you subscribe to our channel. And hey, it makes you part of the family. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget Vito and Joe's. You know, real quick on the Vito and Joe's, that picture right there, that's the Borio family, right from near Milan. So kind of cool. The heat is just starting to leave. The vegetables are still intact, but getting soft. I'm going to add my 1.5 cups of vegetable stock. Give that a light stir. Now I'm going to add my pasta. Guys, pasta, vegetables, juice are ready. I'm going to go ahead and put that cover on. Make sure it seals up nice and tight. I'm going to pop that right in my oven. Okay, guys, we're sealed up. We're going to pop it right in the oven for about 3 to 5 minutes. Guys, it's been about 3 to 4 minutes. I just want to give everything a good stir. And put your top back on. Give it a push in. Now we're going to go about 6 to 7 minutes to finish this off. Guys, it's been about 12, 13 minutes. You ready? Man, that's hot. So I'm going to give it a really quick stir first. I'm going to take some Parmesan cheese and then give it a gentle stir. I'm going to go ahead and put this on our dish. Guys, the aroma in here is great. I'm going to give it one more finish with some cheese. I think we're 30 minutes from start to finish on this. Oh, I'll tell you, The aroma in here, the kitchen is just filled with, you know, that deliciousness of olive oil and onion and garlic and cheese and the steam, you know, the vegetables. You know, it's my favorite time. Doesn't that look fantastic? You know what's great about this is all the flavors of your vegetable and your stock and your garlic and your onion and your olive oil and your butter and your cheese, all of that just gets absorbed right into the pasta. Isn't that delicious? Get a little piece of zucchini, onion. Look at that. Smell-o-vision, taste-o-vision. If I could do it, I wish I could. Oh, my mouth's watering. It's puppy's hot. It's a vegetable garden. It's so delicious. You know what I love about it? It's so light and fresh and filled with flavor, and yet at the same time it's hearty and filling. The pasta is perfect, al dente. The carrots, I love that creaminess of the starches in the stock. It gets creamy and then just adds to that with the Parmesan cheese, and you get the onion and the garlic, the olive oil, the butter, and some of the flavors are like you can grab a carrot, you can grab a zucchini. And then the backdrop is the combination of all the vegetables. So good. And it's so easy. I gotta grab that piece of zucchini right there. It's got my name on it. It tastes just like Italy. This dish is like Southern Italy on a plate. If I could give you like what Italy is on a plate, that would be it. Guys, thanks so much for joining me in my kitchen today. Remember, hit that red button, subscribe to our channel. Hey, make you part of the family. Make sure you hit the link above or below. Go to our web page, Cooking and Talent Joe, or our Facebook page. Click buy it now, grab yourself a bottle of Vito and Joe's extra virgin Italian olive oil. Truly a trip to Italy right in a bottle. And guys, my most important tip always, remember once a week, get around the table with your family. Celebrate your heritage. Tell stories. Have some fun. Set some traditions. They'll last you a lifetime. I know they did for me. Hey guys, from my kitchen to yours, until next week, mwah, buon appetito.